Hi Aries, I'm Corrine. Welcome to my channel. We are doing readings for the full moon. Excuse my cat there. I guess she wanted to walk there. We have this weekend, tomorrow, the 31st of January, is a full moon, a lunar eclipse, a blood moon, a super moon, and a blue moon. Try to keep up with those energies. So I thought, okay, so eclipses are all about releasing, sorry about my cat again, releasing energies, letting things go. But then the full moons, you try to do rituals to kind of make things change, different things happen. Or not, I don't know if you do rituals or what, but you know what, the energies of a full moon, people say, oh, go and set your intentions and do all that kind of stuff. So it's so much energies of bringing in something, energies of releasing things. And then so I think, okay, so we have a full moon. I mean, everyone knows what a full moon is. And then a lunar eclipse when the moon is blocked by the earth. And then we have the super moon is when the earth is closest to the moon as it gets at any time in its rotation. And then the blood moon is when we have a full moon twice in the same month. And then I'd say the blue moon. The blue moon is when you have a full moon twice in the same month. And then the blood moon is when you have an eclipse and the earth kind of sets a tint on the moon and it makes it appear red. So, wow. So anyways, that's what we have going on tomorrow. So I thought, let's figure out what these energies are really meaning for us as a whole. So Aries, let's get started and find out what it has for you. Okay. So, by the way, I love you guys, but I don't want to be around any of you tomorrow because you guys are doing some clearing and I don't want to be the ones to be cleared out. So, I will stay clear of my Aries friends tomorrow. All right, the very first card we have is the Death card, which, you know, I really think of the Death card as a rebirth card. I know that it's called Death, but you can't have something reborn without putting a death to something. So once again, I said this is about releasing, for most of us is going to be releasing whatever no longer serves us energy-wise, physically-wise, whatever is in your path. And so you have the Death card twice in your reading, Aries, so you are definitely releasing something and you want to bring in what you really want and to allow a rebirth of something that serves your soul better. Now, I don't know, you don't have any cups in your reading. I'm not sure if this is love related or what, but it feels like it's related to a situation in your life that probably is love related. I'm thinking so. We'll figure out. The next we have the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is about standing your ground, just kind of fighting off. Okay, so you're fighting off what you don't want in your life, standing your ground in your home or with your neighbors, that kind of thing. But it's like, I usually think of it as your home life, and it could be with people around you and you feel like you're fighting them off and your only solitude is at your home right now. But I think for a lot of you, it's going to be something that's actually happening in the home and you're fighting off what no longer serves you. You're probably having kind of some turmoil going in the home and you're going to start standing your ground. You're going to say, you know, and it doesn't mean you're going to do it roughly, but you know, you are Aries. I'm not really sure how you'll handle it, but it's about standing your own ground and doing what's right for you. So you're putting the death to a situation and you're going to, by standing your ground, and then that's going to bring you out of this situation of just like, the Ten of Wands here is just when it's really hard work and you just don't really, like you can see that you're almost done with it, but you're not done yet. You're still in the thick of the burdens and whatever's going on. But the Ten of Wands is when you decide, you know what, I'm letting this go. I don't care how I have to let it go. I'm letting it go. I'm done with it. I'm dropping the burden. I'm no longer carrying it myself, which is good. Good for you, Aries, because you've been carrying some burdens for a while here. And then, so I pulled these as like clarifying cards. That's usually how I kind of do it. And so and I like to use different decks. And so that way, if a card needs to repeat, it has a chance to repeat itself. And so for the Death card, what did you get to clarify? The Tower in reverse. So this leads me to think that you are not actually maybe doing what you need to do as far as putting something to the death, or like, you know, it needs to be done, but you just haven't, maybe you don't want to hurt someone. It's just not in your heart to do it. And you just can't bring yourself to do what you know you need to do. And so the Tower is when you know something needs to crumble, it's going to fall, and you just like, okay, just like it's going to make me sad, you kind of just allow it to happen. When it's in reverse, you're not really allowing it to happen, and so unfortunately the universe is going to make the tower moments have to happen regardless. When something has to crumble, be shattered to start new, just like the death card, you can't have something reborn without a death, and you can't have a new strong foundation without the crumbling of the other foundation. So the universe is helping you with that. And so this full moon, lunar eclipse, whatever you want to call it, is bringing in the energies to the universe is going to give it a kick in the butt, whatever your situation is, whether they're helping it to be good or bad or not. They're not going to help anything to be bad, of course, but they might help something to end to bring in what you're meant to do, is what I mean by that. Okay, and then you also have the Nine of Wands. So this is about a situation where, see, as in the Ten of Wands, you can almost see the end of it. The Nine of Wands, and this is clarifying your Seven of Wands where you're standing your ground. So what are you standing your ground about? What's going on? This guy, he's got heavy burdens, and he doesn't really see his way out of the situation yet. So he's just taking a break. And so he's like, okay, I'm going to take a break for a moment, and I'm going to regroup, and I'm going to prepare for battle, and I'm going to win this sucker. So he's not giving up in any kind of way. He's regrouping. It's just like he's come to a point of exhaustion throughout the situation. He's not really sure like what his next strategy is. So he's just going to take a break for a minute, strategize, and move forward. And so that's you standing your ground. So you're at a point, maybe you haven't stood it yet. You're just kind of holding it in for a moment, but you're getting ready to, heaven forbid, Aries is about to blow. Okay, so now we have the Ten of Wands in reverse. Remember I said that's like dropping the burdens and just kind of deciding to move on with the situation. And to clarify that, we have the Death card again. So the Death card, once again, is about letting something be put to rest. To just like you want something different, you're ready to move on to what serves you, and you're going to go ahead and let this die, whatever the situation is. And so possibly this is letting it die, and possibly this is a new birth of something else coming your way. You're already brewing it, and you know, but I feel like you're still in the thick of a situation that you're just evaluating. This isn't really maybe what's the best for me, and I need to let it die. I wanted to look on the bottom of the decks because I always do. I think it's really important, that energy, whatever's on the bottom card. Oh, look at King of Pentacles. Okay, so I have a few Aries friends, and when I do readings on them, they always come out as the King of Pentacles. I realize it is an earth sign, so whenever I mention this, people comment in the comments, no, you're wrong. The King of Pentacles is not Aries, but to me, in my readings, and that's what readings are about, what the universe brings to you to resonate, and so they use the King of Pentacles a lot to me, and it just represents someone who's very like a good businessman, has everything he needs, but he's kind of standing on his own right now. He doesn't have his love, so you might find yourself standing on your own for a minute, or he wants his queen, and looks like he's pondering her right there, thinking about her, trying to bring her in, and how can I get her? So I think you might have a queen in your mind that you want to bring into your path. And look, you have the Chariot, possibly a Cancer, but and with these death cards, you have the Scorpio energy, and everything else pretty much is fire energy in your reading. But here you have the Chariot, and that's about forward momentum, quick, fast movement. It's like once you make up your mind, once she makes up her mind how she's going to control the situation, what her or his choice of forward momentum is going to be, where they're going, where they're headed, what they want to do. Once they make up their mind clearly, then these two spinks, all of a sudden, they just come together, they coordinate. It's all about the mind power. This person has no reins. They just control it with their mind power and their will. And so they need to determine what they want. And once that's determined, boom, moving forward. And quick movement. The Chariot, well, this is a Cancer card, but if you think about a crab, they retreat in their shell, but once they go ahead and move, those little suckers, even though they're running sideways, they run so fast. So that's kind of like the Chariot. Once you come out of your shell and decide what you want, you're moving forward. So I don't think this is I mean, for some of you, there may be a Cancer, yes, but I think that, and then that would be saying this is maybe a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. I think these cards both represent you in this reading. So, so we have advice from the angels: make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So this card is about following that little nudge. You're getting a nudge. You're being told, "Psst, do this, do that," and you feel it in your head, and you just like, you need to, whatever that is, and it's, you know, what's, when you get that, okay, I'm sorry, I'm not I'm getting my sentence out very well. When you get that feeling inside of you, I really should do this right now or something, that is the nudge from the universe trying to make everything unfold for you. So for you, you might just say, no, I don't really want to do that right now. It's not worth the problem. I'll just discuss it later, or that kind of thing. They're saying do it. It's worth the effort, because you're either going to end the situation that you're needing to put a death to, and by having the honest conversations and doing the effort of whatever it is you need to do, and then that's going to bring in the true love for you. Or you're putting a death of a, you know, if your relationship's not working now and you want to turn it around and you want to put a death to the way it is currently, you need to kind of stand your ground, and you need to make an effort and communicate and listen to the signs of the universe. Whatever it is you feel nudged to do, do it, because they're trying to help you to bring in love to your life, the really good, true love. And then your next card is Divine Order, Archangel Raphael. Everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see the underlying order. So this is about just not worrying, not like you can't maybe see things right now how clearly they are going to be, but everything's about being made fair. The universe is on your side. They're definitely making things to be fair. And so this is another one of like, kind of listen to those nudges, and they're orchestrating from the other side, and they're bringing everything into balance and order for you. And so you just have to like, if something doesn't seem like what it is, that's okay, because that's just part of the illusion. If you understand what I'm saying, it's all gonna be unveiled, and you're gonna say, okay, now I understand why everything was how it was. I may not see it now, but just because you don't see it, the universe has it covered. They got your back. And so it may seem like an illusion to you at the moment. You don't see where it's all gonna, how it's gonna wind up, wrap up, whatever you want to say, but they've got you going. So you need to just talk to them, ask them for guidance, maybe write down your thoughts. That's a card about deciding what you really want, that kind of thing. So it is how it's meant to be right now. So, well, Aries, you know, guys have been having some tough readings, but this looks positive because it's ending everything. So I would expect your next reading to have a bunch of cups and love, and you going towards something different, or correcting the situation you're in right now. So my hair looks a mess. How embarrassing against the Aries videos. You guys have a great day and enjoy the eclipse, supermoon, blue moon, blood moon, whatever. Talk to you later. Bye.